Hello, this is Victor, and this week in the weekly of this week, I'm going to explain how I do the flash on the horrors. So the first thing I did here to prepare the horror is I applied a base coat of Emperor's Children. So this is the pink I used as a base color, and the miniature was priming white, as you can see in the rest of the miniature, and I just applied this layer. The next step that we are going to do is we are going to apply a layer of Carroburg Crimson. So we are going to do a wash all over the miniature. So we want to do pink. The red wash is the way to go, or at least for me is the way to go. We are going to do a wash all over the miniature, trying to avoid that the wash is pooling or is accumulating in some parts. But in that case, I'm going to do quite a generous wash, and you will see that you have a very nice shading, keeping the pink color. So as you can see, of course, later on we are going to clean the wash and we are going to highlight, but this is what we are going to do. Just apply a layer of Carroburg Crimson, and this will be okay. Okay, so you see that, and this, to be fair, this horror from Silver Tower have very nice, it's very detailed, it's very nice, and it's really a pleasant to paint, because with the wash you will see that all is popping up and have details everywhere. Within the musculature is well done, so really a nice miniature to paint with, and a skull that is helping to work. In that stage, and this way I didn't know before doing the gold and before doing any other color, I don't need to be very careful on if I'm going on top of the other parts that will not be pink, because I will paint them later on. So as you can, what is important is that we do a uniform layer. We avoid that the paint is accumulated in any part. So we are going to, once we have applied the wash in all the parts, we are going to just look the wash is not being accumulated on the miniature. For example, here on the hand, this is too much for me, so you go with the brush and you take out the excess. Okay, as you can see, also be careful not to forget any part. Normally the trick of the wash is to do it uniform, fast, and covering all the parts without leaving anything uncovered, because if not you will see, if you apply it then second layer, you will see the difference there. Okay, so you see example here we want to avoid that we lose this part. Now we are going to do the legs, this hand, this arm, and let's go back to the leg. And as you can see, all the musculature details start to be invisible. Quite straightforward. I wanted to do all on camera, all the wash on camera, so you can see when you have to wash big areas how it's looking like. The other point is, if you have missed just a little point, once you apply the wash, this will be dissimulated. Okay, and as I said, later on we are going to do the highlights and clean the wash. What is cleaning the wash means we are going to paint on top, eliminating the parts, the excess. The mouth, I like to paint black, as you can see, and later on we are going to do the tails inside of the mouth, the teeth, and all the other details. Here, one point, you see, this is we have too much here, and just I go with the dry brush and I remove it. So now looks like that we have applied on the full miniature. just reviewing that I'm not missing any part to be sure that the wash is doing the job. Okay, and now I'm going to remove if I see that there is too much in some parts. Be aware that the wash has tendency to slip down the miniature, so it can happen that it is accumulated in some parts, especially in the legs and the bottom of the miniature. So we are going to remove a little bit the excess of wash here. A little bit in the front is too much here, for example. Okay, this up. To remove the wash, I just go with the brush dried, and then here more. And I will do the tentacles. Okay, here. Okay, so let's wait now until the wash dries and I come back. So the wash have dried. You see how it's looking like. Okay, and now, oops, the next step is we are going to highlight the miniature using Emperor Children and Fulgrim Pink. These two colors. We are going to start with Emperor Children, and I will do by zones. So I prepare the two colors. And what we want to do is, let's start the back, that is going to be easy to show. So for example, we start with this muscle here, or this thing, protuberance here. First I apply Emperor Children, and then I go with Fulgrim. Okay. I apply here. You see that it's too strong, the transition. I go with Emperor Children and I soften this. Okay. Again, for example here, let's do this one. I will use first Emperor Children. Okay, and then with Fulgrim Pink. I go just next. And I take the benefit that the paint is not dry. To let them mix. We go to this one here. Okay. I'm using first Emperor Children, and now in the case I will highlight here the top. Okay. There's something here that is no. And here we do the same. We're going to do the same on this part. So I guess you get the idea. We go muscle by muscle, muscle by muscle, and we highlight them. Okay. And now that. Okay. If you see that you are removing the paint, let it dry a little bit and do a second layer later. For example, here I stop now for the moment because I was removing the paint. I will come back just to do some touches at the end. So here I just put a little bit here. Okay. So you can imagine this, in that case will take a little bit of time because there is a lot of surface to be painted in small portions. But this will give much cleaner finishing than just dry brushing. I really like more to do this when I'm doing musculature. So these ones that are very thin, we can stress a little bit. For example, here it's in these ones are ones that are interesting to highlight, and we can keep this part really dark if we want. Take then here this and so I will keep doing that for all the parts on the horror, and I will pull back the camera once this is done. So now the work on the horror is done. You can see now how the flesh is looking like. This is the front part and this is the back. So yeah, that's the work that I did on the how I do the skin on the pink horrors. Here we have, and just as a reminder, the colors that I use: base color and first highlight, Emperor's Children. Then I do a wash with Carlsberg Crimson. Then we did highlight and clean up with Emperor's Children mixed up with Full Green Pink. Okay, here we have the last step. So this is how the horror looks like. At the end, I hope you find this tutorial interesting. Of course, the horror is not finished, it's just to show the skin, this tutorial. But yeah, this the final work. I hope you find this interesting. Please let me know what do you think. Leave your comment below. Like if you have liked it, share if you think that can help other people. And you also can support me in Patreon. And of course, all the money collected in the channel is used again in the channel. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.